Hi, this is Saul Roth. And like you, I've been watching a lot of Netflix, but also doing all productive stuff. And I saw that Netflix had a horror movie. Boom! Right there! Featured on the front page, zombies. Hashtag alive. And to be honest, I was thinking, oh, another crappy zombie movie. But I do like zombie movies. Used to love them, and then they kind of got kind of generic and all the same for a little while. So I was like, okay. And I've read horror books and even zombie literature too, so I have a decent exposure to that type of material. So I'll know if it's going to be like interesting or something different than the same old story told over and over and over again. So like, okay, pro gaming streamer gets caught up in the zombie apocalypse. He has to learn how to survive stuck in his apartment. What was interesting is that immediately gave me a reference to a book called World War Z. And if you saw the movie, that movie, they just bought the name. That was not the book. It has a bunch of different stories from all these different people surviving the zombie apocalypse. World War Z, they call it World War Z. But one specifically was about a gamer, a pro gamer, who wasn't used to being physical and got stuck, and he was kind of out of his element. He's running around, and ends up with, there's no guns, right? He's in Japan, and he ends up with like a sword, a katana, and he's running around, and it reminded me of that story, even though this is a Korean film, I believe, South Korea. It was where it was shot. It's a Netflix distribution, so an original Netflix movie. So I gave it a shot, and I loved it. It was awesome, and it reminded me still of that story, even after I watched the entire thing. But it did a really fantastic job of bringing you into a character that has to deal with this crazy, stressful thing, but like keeping it micro-focused on the task at hand. So he's like, keeps looking out, he stays in his apartment. Like he doesn't go out on these crazy journeys, which is what you normally see in these crazy trying to find someone. He just stays put. And as he stays put, even just simple things like getting enough water, getting food, not answering the door when someone's knocking, like all those things become like these giant emergencies because of the intense situation it's going through, and his mental state as it starts to kind of degrade. It was very well done. I loved it, and I think if you like horror, and if you like horror that really develops more of the idiosyncrasies and micro reactions of the character, of like a central, strong but not heroic character. He's kind of heroic, but the actual guy is more of like a real gamer personality type, and his bravery is on that level. He's not the stereotypical zombie movie. They'll have some superhero character, even all the way back from like the original zombie movie, right? Night of the Living Dead, George Romero. Some of the heroes in there are like very strong, powerful, smart, physically adept characters.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
Well, the Alive's like this. He's not really a kid because like a young adult, but we'll just say kid. This video game streamer, and he's a cowardice in some ways, and he has a hard time doing simple things, and ends up connecting with this girl. She's also a survivor. Spoiler alert, but in some ways she's tougher than him, and it's just really good. I highly recommend it. And I've seen a ton of zombie movies, but that gave me a new angle. There's always new angles, you know, but that one was good. This is Saul Roth. Let me know what you thought of the movie, and if you hated it, let me know why. And you can compare it to the more mainstream ones, like the Walking Dead series, or any of the Night of the Living Dead sequels. Obviously, no one talks about the black and white movie anymore. Or any of the crazy zombie reincarnations, even the Nazi zombies. There's so many, you know. There's been literally thousands of zombie movies at this point in time. There's been all the fiction books. It's really been an interesting monster to see people develop. I consider zombies like a movie monster, right? It's different, but it's one of the movie monsters. You have vampires, werewolves, all these things. Now you have zombies. So, let me know what you think in the comments. Like this video and subscribe. I wrote a zombie movie once. Like, that's how into it I was. I write other horror movies and stuff too. I dig it.